TGC Requiem here with another blue-black Faeries. Fortunately, we don't have any colored mana for this one, so we will be mulliganing. Otherwise, a really pretty solid hand. Solid, mostly referring to whether or not we have a Bitter Blossom. At least we have a sort of game plan here. I think we can keep this one. Expedition map. It was funny, when I looked at this hand, I was like, this might be decent against Tron because of the spell pierce. So I set him back 2 turns there with the expedition map. Dismember is not the best draw. I hear Star Wars in the background. My daughter, actually it wasn't my daughter, it was my wife that woke up earlier. But Star Wars means that now my daughter is up. Proud parent right here. Yeah, we gotta go Bitter Blossom. If he's got the third piece, we're pretty much done at this point. I mean, Spell Stutter. Chromatic Lantern. That's interesting. This card that I thought about, Prophetic Prism. This is some sort of budget Tron. Unless this is Eggs, but I don't think Eggs really runs this way. And there's a battlefield draw card. Some sort of Scape Shift deck. Alright, so Familiar's Ruse would be good here. So we could either just go for end of turn Scion. Spell Stutter counters a 3 CMC spell. Familiar's Ruse hard counters anything. I don't know if we should just start attacking with Mutavault here or not. Let's think this through. So if we attack, we can hard counter one thing, returning the token. If we return the token, we're set in a position where we can only hard CMC counter for 3 next turn, where otherwise we'd be able to hard. You know, I think I think for the moment we just leave it as is. This offers us 2 counters in Spell Stutter and Ruse, and if we end up countering something, there's the big boy. We could try and Spell Stutter and then Familiar's Ruse to pull the Spell Stutter back. Oh, if this is Ulamog, we're done. This is old Ulamog. Okay, so flip side is he's going for Bitter Blossom, so we can just Familiar's Ruse to counter this. Return Bitter Blossom. Oh no, you have to return a creature. Yep. Still lose our Bitter Blossom though. For some reason I was thought that would do any fairy, but alas. So we are going to end step Spell Stutter now. Because we just need to start trying to put the beats on. Of course, we don't have access to black mana. Oh, I don't know. Cyan just feels like a blowout. Try and set up a turn where we can Bitter Blossom and Cyan of Una at the same time. Hope he doesn't have any more gas. Nope, he's got more gas. Yep. I mean, I would probably go for a card in hand at this point. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to call that one. Oh, Ashiok seems good here. Hurkyl's Recall is good. Glendra would be alright. This figure's not any good at all. I don't really like Dismember. We're going to keep it in, actually. So there is the odd chance that you could minimize the amount of life gain your opponent gets off of a Wurmcoil, allowing you to strike back. We're really more on the misbind cryptic plan against them. Remain's good. Echoing Truth, not. No, so actually Echoing Truth is also good against Wurmcoil. Inquisition, Spell Pierce, Spell Stutter. Spell Stutter is not as great, however. Cyan gives us a clock. Man, we almost need that. I think we have to pull the Scions. Oh, which means we're trying to play a long game against Tron, which sounds terrible. Alright. Fingers crossed for a good draw. I think we're going to keep this. It is land heavy, but being on the play and being able to remand the first play, I mean, we're going to draw a couple cards. This gives us our best shot of really kind of taking over with a misbind click. He's got a little bit of a slow start. Just hope we get a turn with no Nature's Claim here. Which again, I think he has the advantage if he just presses towards Tron. Really should have attacked the Mutavault there now that I think about it. This is not the turn we want to remand. I guess if Oblivion Stone came down. But if Oblivion Stone comes down, I suppose if Oblivion Stone were to come down this turn, the only thing we've really got going for us is we need to remand and draw Misbind next turn. Let's get an extra draw out of this. More land. Excellent. So I prefer the Tectonic Edge after he drops his 4th land. And I don't want him to know it's coming. The problem is, yeah, I guess islands are really our only choice. Well, that's disappointing. If he drops a again, this is game over. There's just literally nothing we can do about it. Okay. Sure. So the flip side of this is he's actually put us into a situation. What's going on here? Where we can tectonic edge him off of Tron, but we can't also bounce Wurmcoil. But we can bounce Wurmcoil after attacks, get a couple more. Creeping Tar Pit Rogues. So we can definitely get in for 3. I'm going to think about this. We are racing. And in the race, see, if we bounce now, he can, it doesn't matter if it's after combat. 3, 4. I'm just trying to think through all the options here. Bouncing it now doesn't do us any good because we can't attack further. So we want to wait as long as possible. We're trying to delay his life gain. One, 2, 3, 4. We got 7. So the flip side, if we let him attack, he gains 6 life up to 15, but we end step in a click. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But again, then we're stuck in the same spot where we can't bounce the Wurmcoil. We really got to hope that he tries to do something before combat and does not leave himself enough mana. So this is fine because we can try and draw ourselves into a Echoing Truth. To buy ourselves another turn. Please tell me you can't recast it. No. Okay. Let's see here. Do we Vendilion click? So he can start attacking us. I think we wait to cast Ashiok. See here. Wurmcoil, Nature's Claim, Sylvan Scrying, and Ancient Stirrings. Well, we definitely don't want him to definitively get the card he's looking for. He's going to put himself back up to 14. We can attack back for the 6 that he gained, plus 2 more. We're in a very slow race right now. We're 2. Yep. And we just gotta hope he doesn't hit another tower here. In fact, it may have been better to let him use the Sylvan Scrying. Guarantee he gets it. Then he couldn't use Ivugan to get another Wurmcoil. Okay, so that's good. He missed it. I think now we make this play with the plan to use Mutavault as a chump blocker. If we can get a Wurmcoil engine, we might be able to stem the tide here. Well, there was a tower at least. We know we have Echoing Truth is really what we're playing at. Echoing Truth and Cryptic Commands in the deck. Well, go figure. We destroy a tower. We take away his way to search for a tower, exile a tower, and he still draws a tower. I'm assuming that'll go at Ashiok, right? We can remand this, but this is game over. There's nothing we can do at this point. So it doesn't seem like a good matchup. Honestly, it didn't feel like a good matchup from the get-go. Very possible, I just don't know how to play it with elves. Or with fairies. I haven't played enough fairies. I haven't played against Tron. It's the first time I've played against Tron. Again, not sure if this is a budget Tron or just a guy who kind of does it uniquely for a specific reason. But anyway, that was Blue Black Fairies versus Red Green Tron.